Hi there, guys. My name is Priscillia, and if this is the first time you are catching South by Texas State, well, we are a group of grad students competitively selected to give you previews on, well, our project basically provides previews on South by Southwest Interactive. So today I'm lucky enough to be joined by Tim Grahl. He is the founder of Outthink. Thank you so much for your time, Tim.
Yeah, I've been looking forward to it.
Brilliant. So maybe you could start off by telling us a little bit about yourself and about Outthink.
Yes, I have been running my own business for a while, helping clients build out their website and helping them do online marketing. And then I just started picking up and working with more and more authors and really liked the work, really liked helping authors get their ideas further out into the world, helping them sell more books. And so for the last 4 years, that's all I've been doing is working with authors to help them build their platform, connect with readers, and sell more books. And I've worked with top best-selling authors, all the way to authors just getting their first project off the ground, and over 100 authors altogether. And we just help them figure out how to use the internet and their online platform to connect with readers and how that will actually turn into long-term book sales for them.
So on the South by Southwest website, the little blurb about your panel, it talks about how a direct connection with your readers could possibly change that relationship that you have with your readers because you would know what your readers want. Um, don't you think that takes a little bit away from the integrity of the creative process of coming up with a book though, because you know what they want, so you end up feeding them what they want instead of broadening their minds, so to speak.
Well, there's a couple ways to look at this. The first is more and more, you don't really have a choice. Like, this is how things are being done now. There's no longer going to be this great divide between writer who sits in his writing cave creating a book, and then there's all these intermediaries, and then the book lands. Like, if you want to be successful, you're going to be responsible for your own marketing. You already are. So, and then as far as the integrity of the work, I think this will be varying depending on the author. Some authors love to get feedback on their work as they go along and incorporate that into the books, and some will still write their books exactly how they want to write them. But still, either way, having that direct connection to their audience to share the work is how they're going to be able to more successfully and more reliably sell books long into the future.
Okay. So you've been in this, well, basically the business of digital marketing, so to speak, for quite a while now. This is not your first business.
Mhm.
What is, I suppose, the biggest difference between marketing books and marketing anything else?
Well, one thing that's different is if I'm running a consulting firm, then I only need a handful of people to give me a lot of money each every year. So whatever that is for you, maybe you only need a dozen clients a year that are paying you X amount of dollars to stay in business. Well, when it comes to books or other online commodities, it's completely flipped around. You need a whole lot of people. You need thousands of people giving you a little bit of money each. And with books, that's specifically true because books are ranging from 99 cents up to maybe $20. And so to actually make a dent, you have to sell a lot of them. So in some ways, it's that not that much different from other online sales that you have to do, but it is very different if I work with a lot of people that are consultants or they're journalists, and for the first time they're having to make that switch from, I only have one person I report to or a handful of people I report to, and that's where I get all my money, to now I need thousands of people paying attention to what I'm doing.
Right. Now, it's interesting that you got into the book business because it's a very fast-paced digital age these days, and everybody's attention span seems to be shortening right up to those like 140 characters on Twitter. Is it a profitable business to be in, the book business?
So Right now, actually, it's a really great time to be in the book business if you don't feel like you're tied to the traditional ways of doing things. So, the whole reason I have a profitable business is because everything is falling apart in the traditional ways that books are written and distributed out. And so, I've actually feel like, and there's, I work with several indie writers that are making a good amount of money writing fiction and self-publishing it. So if you are holding on to the old ways of doing things, it's a horrible time to be getting into publishing. But if you're looking at technology as an asset, as a way to get more content into more people's hands, and doing it in a more efficient way and being able to connect with anyone in the world and see that as a positive, it's actually a better time than ever. And what I've seen is I hear this all the time, this stuff about, well, everybody's attention spans are dropping and nobody will read anything longer than 140 characters. But what I've seen is, and what I experience myself is, I'll read stuff if it's interesting. So I think that while some people are dropping off, what I've seen is we're still selling a lot of books. We're still connecting with a lot of people. I write extremely long blog posts. So do a lot of my friends, and they get read and shared, and people love them. So I focus more on looking at all the changes as a positive of how we can take advantage of all the changes, and focusing on creating really great content, whether you're writing fiction or nonfiction. And there's always going to be people that want that content.
Brilliant. Okay, so who do you think should attend this panel? Who do you want to see attending this panel?
Any aspiring or existing author will get a lot out of it. I'm going to talk about just the basic principles of what goes into building an author platform. So, if you're trying to get your first book off the ground, or you're an established author looking for new ways to connect with audiences, this is going to be the panel for you. So, I'm going to spend time talking about that and taking questions.
Right, and what do you hope will come from this discussion in the long term?
My goal for every author is that they'll be successful, and that they can look at all of these internet marketing tools that are out there as just that, tools in a toolbox. And that after coming to my panel, after hearing what I have to say, they'll be one step closer into learning how to build their platform successfully with all of these tools.
Okay, brilliant. Well, thank you so much for your time, Tim.
Thank you.
All right.